Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for My Hero Academia, Season 7, Episode 13. Oh, it's back. We had a week off, but we are here, and Midoriya is here, and I want to see him rampage. I just did this opening, this whole, me talking to you guys about last episode, and then I realized I never hit the record button. Luckily, I realized it before I started the episode, but either way, so time to do it again. Bakugo getting healed by Edge Shot and, wow. I literally just said his name. The funny thing is I forgot Edge Shot's name when I first did this, and now I am spacing out on the Thread guy's name for some reason. Best Genus. They're both working on saving him, and, you know, this is part of the reason why I don't get, as emotional as maybe I should when a character is portrayed to be dead in an anime, because they do this shit where they sometimes just will bring them back in the next episode or two somehow, or they weren't really dead, they were just hurt and knocked out or something, and they wake up and they're like, oh, I'm okay, and it's like, oh, damn you anime for faking me out and making me feel feels. So sometimes I do hold my tears back and stuff, and I don't get as emotional because I'm like, is he really dead? And I hate that side of me. I wish I could just, turn it off and get, super emotional. But I did when he was talking about being a brat and just wanting his autograph but not finding the right time to ask, and that whole thing. If that scene went on a little longer, I probably would have started crying because my eyes were already watering up in that scene. So anyway, yeah, Midoriya is here, looking forward to his rampage, and then All For One is going to be breaking, I guess technically himself. It's really awkward because it's Shigaraki's body, but it's his mind in there at the moment, or it's fully merged with Shigaraki or whatever. So either way, he's going to be heading there as well. So, things crazy. I want to watch it. Let's get started here, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Yep. We also have Dabi is back up, and he's doing the same technique that Shoto was doing. Yeah. It's crazy how many fights are going on. Well, he just copies everyone's moves. God, he looks so crazy. He kind of looks like a Titan or something. Yeah. He's gonna be reversing all the way until he's just gone, but before that, he plans on getting his other body out, right? It stinks that they had to take 2 weeks off and then just give us this long recap. I do remember what happened. I don't really need this, but it is what it is. Alright. I wonder if they probably wouldn't have put that much of a recap in there if it wasn't, a week break, right? They're just trying to remind everybody, hopefully there's no more, I haven't looked into it, but hopefully there's no more week breaks. I'm assuming the Olympics are over by now. I don't watch them, so I don't know. But I know the Olympics were a main reason for, I think, almost all the breaks that we had. I'm not sure about the first one. There were a couple of the breaks that timed nicely, though, where I had, like, some games I was addicted to, and I kind of wanted a little bit of time off. And then I, like, didn't have an episode to record, and I was like, ooh, that's nice. A little more time for gaming. Alright. Okay, so this is where he's still going. He sees something, but we never got to see what he saw. You know. Yeah, and then he sees something, but... Oh, okay. It's the Jets! Oh shit! Grab a hold, kid! Nice. Oh, they're ignoring orders. Oh, so much pressure. Yes, sir. Man, he's flinging himself faster than the Jets are moving. Damn. Oh, I forgot he's all armored. Frickin' Mirio. Oh, that was so intense, too, with him just trying to figure out something to do. Oh, he's here! Oh! Oh, okay. Yeah, we knew that. Yeah, he remembers them because it's all for one, not really Shigaraki, or, like I said, like a meshing of them. So he has the memories of fighting them. Oh, no. He's gonna see. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, just the silence with the breathing. And he was supposed to be here. Oh, buddy. No, he just knows. This music in the background. Oh! He's like a damn Resident Evil creature. He really is. Oh, that voice acting. Oh, just every quirk is just rampaging. Oh my god! Buddy, buddy. You need to keep a cool head here. Come on, Midoriya. Don't be predictable this time. Oh, Mirio, you're a goddamn hero. Oh, thank God he's here. Holy shit. I've got the itchies. Oh. Yeah, come on, Midoriya. Pull it together, let's go. Oh, take that anger, but control it. Let's go. The million. Oh! Yes! What a shot! Chain of Events Across the Ages. What an episode title. Hmm. Hmm. To me, that doesn't look like it's official, though. Oh, he's like, looks so cool. Oh. Yep. I remember show, I don't need the recap. Let's go, Mirio. Ooh. Ah, that's her son, isn't it? Yeah, one of the faces on the hands is manifested as his father, so... It's just... casually. Oh my god. He just tanked the hit, though. What is that? Black Whip with Fajin stored inside? What? Damn. Oh. Wow, 5 minutes? Whatever he's about to do? What's that guy's power? Seconds transmission. What? What? Oh my god, he's Luffy now. What? Okay, I need a quirk explanation. Where are you? Present Mike. transmission, like a transmission in a car, changing gears. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh my god, that looks amazing! Jesus, the animation! God damn. I'm sorry, I didn't really read what he said. It was like 120% of his power or something like that. Hmm. Not anymore. One for All's enhanced it. He can see them, huh? Oh! Of course, they're gonna bring in the song. Oh, you say run. Cell by cell. Jeez. Oh, man. Quintuple. His Fajin has expired. Oh! He slowed himself! Wow. Oh my god! Like, the way he's moving his hand, like he's actually shifting into different gears and stuff. He stored up Morphagin. God damn. Oh, mate. shit. Oh, just a big fist again, just like, I mean, I know he's had the big fist, but very reminiscent of the fight of All Might and All for One. Jeez. Be careful, don't break the cage. This is crazy. Oh, shit! Okay, he at least teared through a bunch of the fingers. Oh. Oh, we're like in the mind space. Midoriya, are you gonna be able to contact Chimera? This is crazy. What a way to describe him. Yeah. All right. You just gonna whine about it there, buddy? Didn't know you were such a crybaby, Mr. Demon Lord. Oh. We just looking at a lot of like the destruction, or uh-oh. Why are we seeing him? What? Damn it. Well. Okay. This episode was good. But my big complaint is they had an extra week to work on this, and they gave us so many flashbacks. Like, I think the one with, you know, flashing back to Midoriya saying, I want to save this boy, you know, like, I think that was okay. But flashing back to the stuff we just saw, like for one, we had what, like, at least 2 minutes of recap in the beginning, it felt like, and then the opening, and then the episode started. And then during the episode, we had then we jumped back to Midoriya before he got there, which we did kind of need to do that because we didn't know what he saw in the distance. So I am okay with that one, but man, like, it's just, it felt like we barely got any content this episode, right? That is it for episode 13. Like, Midoriya showed up, and he threw some punches, and it introduced the new power, which was amazing, and some of that animation was crazy, and Midoriya freaking out and everything when he sees everyone hurt and all that was, you know, was what I wanted to see, and then Mirio coming in to calm him down was fantastic. But just to get it out of the way, talking about like some of the bad stuff, like Mirio flashing back from Mirio saying like to re-see the scene of when Mirio like said you didn't have any friends and Shigaraki freaking out. It's like, yeah, I remember that happening. We don't need to spend another like 30 seconds recapping that scene. I think if Mirio just said what he said, like there was a moment when he freaked out when I mentioned friends and it seemed more like a child. He could have just said that line and then we could have moved on from there. We didn't need the flashback, but I don't know. It just, and there were a lot of like still images, like there were a lot of times of like jumping between the characters who are hurt. Like we had Midoriya who looked around, and that was important because we were looking at what he was looking at, right? All of his friends, colleagues, and stuff like that hurt because he was pulled away and wasn't there to defend them. That was fine. But then there was another shot, like when Midoriya did one of his punches, where it just flashed to everybody, and they didn't even really have like sometimes you have a shot where you go to each person and they're like, oh, or wow, that power, or they have something to add to what's going on, but really they just like spent time flashing to all the characters for them not to say anything and just be like, you know, and it just jumped to every person with like that same face. And it just felt like it didn't serve any purpose, right? And then there at the end, we jumped to like all the different, like, maybe there was something I was supposed to see there. Like, if I jump back in the episode, I can look, but, like, just a city on fire with some buildings, like, tipped over, like, somewhere in the forest with smoke. I don't know, like, what this is supposed to... this is the fire, I'm guessing, the big, like, blue orb thing. And he's talking about, like, the series of events that led to this or whatever. If that will decide the victor and the loser, then he still has a chance, and it jumps to... Like, I understand jumping to Spinner at that point, because maybe Spinner, with his heteromorph army or whatever, will be able to do something. I'm not sure. But with his, like, extra quirk and all that that's going on there, I really... I don't know. But there was just so many moments where it felt like we got, like, 5 minutes of new exciting animation, and some of that animation was absolutely fantastic, and then the rest of the episode just felt like recap or still shots of people's reactions, right? But anyway, sorry, I'm going to talk about, because I did very much like what we had in this episode that was new, so I want to talk about that and focus on that more now for the rest of this. I just wanted to get that out of the way and mention that's kind of like how I felt, but yeah, okay. So Midoriya revealed his, I believe that's the final power. That was the final power that was a mystery, right? And it's transmission. And it is enhanced from what it used to be. So it used to just be able to make small object, like control the speed of small objects, right? But now with the enhancement from One for All, it's able to do it at a cell-by-cell basis and do it, like, on larger things, too. So Midoriya is able to do, like, it seems like his entire body he's able to speed up or slow down in order to launch stronger attacks. And then he can combine that with Fajin to make it even stronger. Same with the Black Whips he can combine with Fajin. Like, he's starting to combine these abilities. And, it seems like that's what that crazy punch was that he did, too, was, like, doing gear shift, mixing it with Fajin into overdrive, and like using a bunch of these quirks all at the same time. And that's another thing, is I wish, like, I kind of wish the visuals on that final punch, I don't want to say final because it's probably not over, but I wish the animation on that was, like, a little bit better. Like, I miss when we could, like, I feel like in older My Hero fights, we're able to, like, see a lot of, like, the fist fights happening, and, like, each punch felt significant, but with this one, he just kind of, like, we saw him do this, and we saw Shigaraki, or All For One, punch back, but we never saw, like, really it felt like we never really got the impact. Like, it felt like it just, like, shined a bright light in our face, and then cut to a bunch of people, right? So, like, that, honestly, that punch wasn't as exciting for me. I think I mean, I guess we did see, like, like, let me find it again. I'm also trying to read and watch at the same time, so it's, I mean, I guess we did kind of see the impact. It's just everything's so bright and glowy. It's sometimes just hard to tell in the moment what is happening, right? And, you know, once again, I cut back and we're getting all just reaction shots of just people standing there looking. But yeah, we're having, like, a beam struggle, but with fists, but we're focused on their faces and not, like, zoomed out, so we don't know what's happening. We just have the characters going, "Arr!" You know? So I can't really tell, like, what they're struggling against. But then we finally see his fist touching some kind of mass of flesh. Yeah, I guess it's just their fists, I just punched each other, right? And then he tore through the arm, and the fist went to the chest. So we did see it. It was just, I don't know, it's just so bright and everything. And then we go into the mind space where we're going to have some, like, mind space battle, which I'm okay with, I guess. I don't know. I just feel like older, maybe it's just the show is, like, I'm getting more used to the show, I don't know. But I feel like older My Hero fights got me, like, way more pumped to the point where I'm in, like, tears because, like, the chills that are going down my spine and everything are, like, it's so intense what I'm watching. Like, Midoriya versus Muscular the first time, anyway, was one of those moments. All Might versus All For One was one of those moments where it was just so intense. And so far, this episode hit me there a little bit when Midoriya was freaking out and Mirio started calming him down. That moment hit me pretty good. And then what's it called? There was another moment here when it did its, like, it was like some crazy, it was when they were talking about the power, I think it was before the mid-card. Yeah, like, the animation on some of this was... See, like, midway through the episode, at around 13 minutes, was, like, one of the best. He has a meta ability of the speed that those he touches. Different from when I used it All For One. Right now, Izuku Midoriya is at 100% out of 100. Okay, or 120% out of 100. Sorry, that was just kind of a weird way to word it. But, like, this animation, when he was saying that, the animation of Midoriya was insane. And, like, I guess I expected it to pick up from here, whereas I felt like that big punch they did wasn't as exciting as this one here. I feel like they should have done this animation here with, like, the lightning everywhere, the big, like, you know, I don't know. It just looks so good I'm, like, paused at 13 minutes, 29 seconds right now in the episode, and holy shit does it look cool. And I guess, like, I expected one of the... I don't think it's the final hit, but just that big hit where Midoriya is like, alright, I'm gonna do it again. And then he does it, and it just didn't feel as exciting as the first time he did it, but this shit was so crazy. And then this, like, far-off shot of, like, just the lightning emitting from Midoriya, just like freaking crazy. And we have like everything paused, like panning around it. I don't know. That was a great moment though. But yeah, like I kind of briefly mentioned it, but Mirio coming in and calming him down and going through all like the people's motivations, and Mirio telling him like, "Hey, we're not dead yet," and Bakugo is, you know, Edshot's working on him. We're all working under the assumption that everyone's alive and we haven't lost anything yet. And then thinking about the people with the jets, who, I mean, that was a cool detail of them coming in to help and like acknowledging that they're disobeying orders by staying there, because America is kind of trying to suck up to Shigaraki, right? Or All for One. They're kind of wanting to get on his side, so that way, you know, they're kind of dismissing the idea that anyone can win, and just taking that side. So they're disobeying orders by working with essentially is All for One's enemy, which is doesn't look good for the states in that regard. But I love that. I love that they came in and did that and helped him get there. That was really cool. But yeah, like with Mirio coming in and him seeing all of that, like the talk about anger again. We had that in season 5, right? When his black whips first manifested and he like went out of control, and we had that holder, I can't remember which number it is, but that holder manifested to him and told him that you can't fight in anger, or like anger is okay, but you have to utilize it and control it with your heart and your head and everything. So I liked that moment, and him like coming under control, and the way he looked was freaking awesome, where he had like the it almost reminded me a little bit of what Shigaraki looks like right now, where he has the black whips around him, like, or kind of like a Eraserhead with the scarf, like all around him with the black whips, like covering his mouth and everything. His eyes are just straight up glowing, but it's like when he's angry, there's no like iris at all. It's just like the green glow. But now he like pulled himself into control, and now there's like the green glow, but also his irises are back, which I guess is supposed to represent that he's controlling it. But man, he looks so cool. But yeah, I mean, like I said, crazy, like, it was a really good episode. I feel like, I also love that shot, man, of Midoriya with the smoke kind of branching out one side of the screen, and then the black whips branching out the other, and then coming in behind him is all the other holders. It was like just a really cool shot, man. That was around like 9 minutes 19 seconds, where he's asking if Shigaraki's still in there. It was just such a great moment. So I mean, obviously we've known that the little boy is still in there, but now Midoriya has the rough idea of that being the case, so we can go forward with that knowledge, and then they're going to be in this mind space, and we had that scene of All for One like pushing Shigaraki back down, and they said like because he's older and been around longer, he has control, but he's also like writhing in pain as the body gets hurt. So I wonder if we could like shuffle control back to Shigaraki, and you know, I don't know how Midoriya plans on saving him, because even if you get Shigaraki back in control, Shigaraki still just has the goal of destroying everything. So, but we had that moment where All for One was able to see the vestiges, like Midoriya's vestiges. So I wonder if there will be a moment where Shigaraki kind of breaks free from All for One's control, and then maybe Nana Shimura will be able to talk to him, and maybe that will help sway things, because I mean, I feel like Midoriya saying things doesn't hold a lot of weight to Shigaraki. He doesn't really know Midoriya, but if his grandmother says something, then maybe that could have more weight. Even though I feel like when his power was almost being stolen before, back in last season, I feel like they just didn't. I feel like he just didn't care. Like, I think all the vestiges were there too, and they were kind of talking to each other, right? A little bit. But. Or maybe it's also, maybe I'm thinking about whenever Shigaraki has, like, all the people grabbing him with, like, the hands all over his body, and it's, like, the hands of all the people, and we had, like, Nana Shimura come in, and I think her hand was on his head, and all that. Like, we've had moments like that, and she's talked there, and he dismisses that, but that's also in his own head, right? So maybe seeing it from, like, a more real perspective, like a real, because that's his memory of that person, right? Or his, like, his own, what's the word I'm looking for? Perception of what that person's like. Maybe actually talking to the real vestige would be a much different case for him. I don't know. It's just my theory. But either way, I mean, crazy stuff with the transmission power coming in, him utilizing all these powers together and merging them in different ways, plus his raw strength is just getting up there, right? Like, he blocked a hit. Most people have taken a hit from Shigaraki, and his physical strength has just blown them away and hurt them pretty bad. And Midoriya was just able to tank one of the hits, no problem. So, you know, just his physical ability on top of all of these other quirks, and on top of combining all of these other quirks in various usages, is a crazy thing, and I can't wait to see more. I do hope that's not, like, the end of the battle out in the world, right? Like, we have Midoriya potentially, like, in the mind space gonna talk to Shigaraki in some way, but I kind of hope that we still have more of the battle, because I want to see more of, like, what Midoriya can do. We also have, like, the other All For One that has, like, the reversal, who might be on his way here, so I definitely think it's far from over, but I'm curious what we end up seeing, and I hope maybe we, like, end it on a little bit more of a enjoyable note for me, because, like I said, I very much enjoyed the episode. There were just a lot of aspects that I felt like were needlessly there, where I almost feel like I could watch, like, a revised version of this where you cut all that out in the future and, like, mush these episodes together with, like, 14 or something, whatever. I don't know what's gonna happen in 14, but yeah, and I guess I was just, like, when we had our break for, what was that? It wasn't 12, 11 was the Bakugo one, right? So I think it might have been 10. I think we had a break between 9 and 10, and we came back, and 10 was, like, a crazy episode. Whichever one, I think we had a break, and then we came back, and it was the one where Endeavor jumped back into the fight, ripped his arm off, was doing his, like, fist out of his arm, did his eye laser beams. That episode, whichever number that was. That one was, I was like, oh wow, they took a week off and came back with a banger of an episode. That was freaking awesome. You know, and now this time it feels like they took a week off and then just were like, oh, well, we took a week off so you guys can have half an episode of recap. So, anyway, sorry, I know I complained a lot about this episode. I still very much love this show and love this season, and I love this episode too for the new content we did get. But yeah. Thank you guys so much. That's going to be it for me. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. Links in the description below, or it should be popping up on the screen. And I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.